next on the docket, we're gonna be starting the I have HSR numbers in my head. The 5.1 Archon quest. Are you still FTP and HSR? Yes. 5.1. Yeah. And I'll plan to, I guess, voice or at least read anything that's not voiced. Yeah, this is your last warning if you want to avoid spoilers. Whoever said Kaiboot, how often you just search in your godsend? Oh my gosh. I do not see it. I do not see it. I do not see it. Yay. Okay.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Let me actually make sure.
Paimon coming in!
Stop! Stop! Stop bullying. I meant to look up a build guide for her today, and I forgot. It took all my wishes to get her. Defense. Oh, defense sword. That's so tempting. You don't need that, do you? Albedo? Sorry again. You can't hear Paimon. Yeah, I actually wish that they would choose a different voice for that. For, like the audio check, because most of the time, I wish I could turn Paimon's volume just down a little bit compared to the other characters. Just purely because of the frequency of, like, the pitch at which Paimon speaks. Truthfully, I don't even recall if she needs... Oh. Does she scale with crit at all? Energy recharge? Ooh. No crit? Okay, that looks good. ER and defense. Well, I hope she uses a defense timepiece. Maybe I will just give her... You only use crit if you use Favonius. Defense is just for healing. You mainly want to focus on skill talent for Shred. Yeah, I probably shouldn't make any decisions until I look up a guide. ER defense, she can still put crit. She's versatile. It kind of seems like she does everything. Wish I could just like auto equip. Wasn't it only Kinichi and Kachina's voice actors that weren't present? Oh, that's not... Oh, that's no big deal. Hey, look at that. Well, it's not like I have any stuff. I will just give her a hodgepodge of things. Just so she can be present. Oh boy. Rush damage, defense, skill damage, defense. And I think you still need defense. Seems like her entire kit scales with defense. Only for healing. No, look right here. Rush damage, defense. Res decrease. Is this attack? Skill damage defense. Continuous healing defense. Follow-up beat damage defense. And then everything else is... This is attack, obviously. Damage and healing is defense killing. She doesn't really do a lot of damage. That makes sense. Yeah, she's more of like a buffing character, no? You know what? We'll circle back to this. I definitely meant to look up a guide video today. Her res decreases level scaling. Oh.
I see. Thank you so much.
Oh.
The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
There's a lot of conflicting information, chat, so I think I'm just going to consult a professional.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together.
I guess we're starting.
Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan.
Let's go.
Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
Ooh, the S's are a bit crunchy this time.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information, rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
Ooh.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
But the threat of the Abyss is still far from over. The less work we take, the less we'll earn.
Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad
Oh,
the
I'm sure I'll get
situation
used to
has
it.
gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I just hope the day of peace will come soon. Is that Dish and Paimon?
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay home and recover anyway. I wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas, so I came here to sign up. Impressive, Kachina. Don't push yourself too hard. I'll do my best and also make sure to stay out of your way. The last thing I want to do is add to your work. Oh, by the way, Xilonen told me she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set and you can head over...
Wow!
Oh,
So
I
we'll
need to turn
finally
off
get to
autoplay.
meet Xilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names! Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Yeah, but don't get too excited, okay? I'm not going to attempt to speak at the high pitch that Kachina speaks at. Xilonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work for you. She wants to give your name her full attention. Then we should probably thank her when we meet. Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is to wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go see Xilonen together? She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Everyone's so proud of you. Wait. Everyone's so proud of you. You're the future of your tribe. On second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump into and hide for a while. Will you go lower when Kenichi comes? I'll just utilize my naturally low voice for that purpose. Okay, I actually didn't mean to start the quest right there. I want to condense my resin first. Dish VA debut? Please no. Yippee. Ba 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 da ba da ba ba. We will circle back to that. Yeah, also, I'm gonna be paying attention and looking for... If your message gets deleted related to the strike, it's probably because there was some misinformation in it. So just don't take it personally. But I think a lot of people are understandably confused about why the strike is happening and who the strike is against. A lot of people think it's like a lot of people think that it's specifically against Hoyoverse, and that is not accurate. What teams are you guys running with Xilonen? I was hit in the head with a fridge today. Yeah, I totally believe you. It's nothing to do with Hoyo specifically. No, you're right. Ayato, Kaso, Bennett, Xilonen. That sounds like an incredible nuke team. I'm in.
Very well. I shall put my official duties to one side for the moment.
All right.
This team is so overkill. I love it.
You want me?
Yeah, it's a whole industry strike. It's not against... There are lots of affected parties, but it's an industry strike regarding AI usage. Aphid treasure. Focused experience mode. Are we gonna really officially meet Xilonen? Oh my gosh. Ugh. Expiration reveal? Not great. 50, 30, 24, 28. Surely I can do it before patch ends. Xilonen, I brought the person who needs an ancient name. She's super amazing, and I've already learned a ton of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation.
Not as young as you think.
Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Sorry, we're not from here. Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound.
I can understand her being speculative, or being unsure about giving an Outlander an ancient name.
And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but
No.
at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I
No.
seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
I didn't know she had purple eyeliner underneath. Are you upset?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm Used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things.
I feel awkward. Default, thank you for the tier 1 sub.
The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time.
I'm sorry, I could leave.
Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
Okay, but I'm not technically from here at all, so maybe I'm an exception to the rule?
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
Well, I think we checked those boxes. I've got plenty of deeds under my belt. Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook. I feel like they could do anything.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom.
Oh.
To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands.
Dang it. You don't have to give me a new name, just give me your last name? Oh my gosh.
Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time Xilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to
Yeah.
achieve the impossible.
Yeah.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
True.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver ones?
Maybe that's just how much she and the Archon trust each other. Yeah, let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We need verification.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when
see.
we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
Would we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyab?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Citlali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we call Granny Citlali.
I'm actually really excited to meet Citlali.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. Paimon's sure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed.
That's y'all.
I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her, and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her
right.
spirit speaker stone being split into 2.
I forgot about that. Huh?
Great going, Moeka. We're already off to a rocky start here.
See, her using that tone makes perfect sense. The way she said that made perfect sense in this context.
Your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Citlali would still want to show respect to the Archon.
It's just like, it's her personality coming out, you know?
I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Letter of recommendation. Oh, let's ask Kinich to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation and is already a familiar face to her.
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right, Kinich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
I feel like I haven't heard a Hal's voice enough to actually replicate it. Hi, Nala. Great, I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Yes, a stroll. Off to a rocky start here. She was making light of, you know, a bad, unlucky situation. It makes perfect sense for her to have said it like that. She's like talking under her breath. Off to a rocky start here. Oh, my tribe reputation is horrible. Of Naruto? Oh. No. Wait, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Wait, it's fine. I could show off my epic skills. Whee! Ehehe. Not a problem.
Bring it!
This actually makes me want to get out my roller skates. Yes. Oh, Kinich. I can't remember what his voice sounds like. Haven't heard enough of it. Need a refresher. Kinich talking.
Molly Pokinich. I don't believe we've met. If you'd like to request my services, please brief me on the job and state what you're willing to pay.
That's your pitch? Come on, man, you're killing me!
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that. Have you done Kinichi's story quest? Why not play JP dub? Because I want to hear the EN dub for other characters. We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Masters of Nightwind and convince Citlali to give you a chance. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Keeper Stone and offer an apology to her in person.
Yeah, I'm sorry to put this on you, Kinich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright. We're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Mm-hmm. Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes. And then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge and memories suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Xilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
I'm also playing an English dub because I feel like I have it's just like an extra layer of comprehension added onto it. So I will absorb the information better if it's in English.
Oh, Well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who recruited the captain in the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Ororon. He also hails from the Master of the Night Wind. However, he spends most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Citlali finally realized he was gone, no one had heard from him in quite a while.
Citlali knows him too?
Ororon. That's right. Ororon was an orphan raised by the chief of the Master of the Night Wind and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he had something of an odd reputation all his life. Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Night Wind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Ororon, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
Out there. That's right. So, in that sense, Ororon and Citlali already have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Citlali could be the first one to notice Ororon's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Ororon joined the Fatui voluntarily or if he was coerced. Citlali is probably eager to prove that Ororon hasn't betrayed his people, and I plan to use this as leverage when I go to talk to her.
Oh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Ororon and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes. If you're all on board with this idea, then I will become a mutually beneficial collaboration. Then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Citlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Ororon situation. Good idea. This way we can two birds with one stone. We can get two birds with one stone.
Yeah! Plus, we kind of owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
This is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly Poke Nietzsche. Then, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Citlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure, I'll head out right away. Take care of yourself out there, Kinich. I'll be heading back as well. There are a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Okay. No mention of killing in dialogue. Killing, very illegal, forbidden. Wait until the morning. Yes. My favorite mechanic. So wait, one day. I still will need to fast forward after this part. Good morning. Help me with one boss? You can go on my Discord. There's usually people who are available to help with stuff like that. So, how's the weather, guys? It's morning! It's morning!
Oh, it's time to meet up with Xilonen.
Okay.
Let's ask her how things have been going.
I guess it needed to be like 8 a.m. or something. Sorry, it was starting too early. I actually need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. I'm sure I timed that perfectly.
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1, 2... not so many as I thought. I'll get to them tomorrow. We should take a break after all that running around. Yeah, let's rest here for a bit. How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1, 2... not so many as I thought. I'll get to them tomorrow.
But people haven't seen you in a long time. Not close up. This is my baby. Oh. Want to stand up? Bye-bye. I just feel like you guys deserve to see her close up every once in a while. That's my little baby.
We should take a break after all that running around.
Okay, all right, let's proceed.
Yeah.
She's beautiful, happy, healthy, and I'm grateful for that every day.
Hey, Xilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have bad news. Citlali did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kanicha a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Night Wind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go!
You like Xilonen's voice? I do too. Oh wait, we're very far away. As much as I love Xilonen's movements. Is her VA Beth Curry? Yes. That is correct. She's not there.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Citlali, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter!
Come on.
Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know! If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? Citlali.
Dang, she stood up out of that chair. Huh?
Wait, you're Citlali? You're Granny Citlali?
Yes, Granny.
Yeah, and I'm hot.
Citlali, but emphasis on Citlali, not Granny. Oh, you must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room.
Yeah,
The girl
we've
next
seen it
door who
before.
turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face. You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
You have naturally
I forget
purple
to mention,
eyelashes, though.
She's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
And you were complaining about the Pyro Archon leaving things out?
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
Don't ask.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Personally, I enjoy the Native American and also like the Aztec elements of her outfit. Like, I think her outfit design and the color palette, like her hair and her dress is really beautiful.
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you. It's just that your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Citlali. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part. No?
So many S's!
But, of course...
I know it's not the VA's fault. I don't know how that happens in like audio processing. I'm not an audio technical professional. But man,
it's also natural
crunchy.
for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology, only to hear you all talking smack about me.
Oh my days. I need a Peter. Peter. Is it worse with headphones? Hard to say, but it's definitely noticeable on PC audio. Need the Peter. Okay.
Anyway.
Didn't want to say all my days.
That's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
I'm sorry, I won't mention it again. In case.
What's with that expression?
I won't mention it again, and hopefully it will just fade in the background.
Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Is she waiting for us to carry on the conversation? Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh? Or even more rude not to laugh?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Dang! Roasting her.
Anyway, Xilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Ororon. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
We'll know once we find him.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Ororon back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Let me take a good look at you. I'm sitting next to Granny. Oh? Whoa.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. A weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Excuse me? What's all that supposed to mean?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo!
Yeah.
That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Creepy!
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Says those were all references to the traveler's journey in other nations.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people.
Can't taste that bad, right?
Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful Thunder. Inazuma. Oh, yeah. Okay. Value of gold. This is Liyue. This is Inazuma. Wrathful Waves. Wait, Wrathful Waves. Isn't that also
Can't taste that bad, right?
Liyue? Liyue? Bring terror to mortal hearts. You brave them to find new worlds. Wealth. Oh, Fontaine. Right, of course. Of course. Weary yet free soul. Even the most verdant leaves in the forest. Okay, this is Sumeru. We'll pray for your happiness and your safe passage. Okay, so that's the Aranara. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people.
Can't taste that bad, right?
Trying to understand the association to Mondstadt's. But I'm coming up dry. Weary yet free. Oh, right. Freedom, of course. Oh, I like how that's all woven together. And maybe just the Fatui. The wealth is Liyue. That would be...
Can't taste that
Oh, I see this whole sentence is Liyue. Okay, I get it. Baleful Thunder. Inazuma. Fontaine. Mondstadt. And Sumeru. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Leo with more. Yeah. Shniznaya. Perhaps. Good shout. Thank you. Thank you, Full Meadow.
Oh, in that case, better to get rid of them.
Thank you.
It was nothing. Xilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Ororon back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance.
Okay.
In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance.
Meditation?
I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with Citlali to track down Ororon.
Yeah, I'm trying so hard not to draw attention to it.
The Fatui are nothing to scoff
It's
at, so
hard.
please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
Hello, Nene. Welcome.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Ororon's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention.
We will overcome it!
We'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here.
Focus. Focus on the words she's saying, not the way they're being said.
I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me.
Stay strong.
But please help me get him back.
You can count on us!
All right, then let's start by heading to where Ororon was seen last.
Focus mode, everyone. Focus mode. Stay focused, brothers. Stay strong. We gotta make the best of it, you know? Whee! Whoa, that was cool. Formosa moment, maybe.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Ororon speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Ororon really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Could you tell us a little bit more about him?
Ororon? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant. And the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us. And once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden.
That's a dream.
He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
Oh. If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things.
Sorry.
Here, give me your hand.
Ooh. Special power,
Huh? How about now?
What do you see?
I can see a trail now. Ooh.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow,
cool.
You can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's.
Her face. Her expression changed so quickly. That was good.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Ororon. Good luck, you two.
Okay, let's go.
Over here, this way! Citlali might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Oh, what?
Oops.
What does she
I went too
mean,
fast.
deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me?
Fluent in the language of the youth.
Is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now...
Just throw a few skibbities in there.
Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right?
Why do we hear her thoughts?
Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh?
How do you do, fellow kids? Skibbity Riz. I think I just heard a voice. Wait, but it wasn't in my ears. Was it in my mind?
Was that Citlali's voice?
That's embarrassing. She doesn't know we can hear her thoughts. Seems Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks... Oh my gosh, what's the side effect of the spell she cast?
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
So we can now hear her thoughts through telepathy? Wow, this is amazing. Something like this could only happen with Citlali. Yes, which we only met earlier this afternoon.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
You bet, just leave it to us. Oh, that would be just too much for me, I think.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there. Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
What?
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind.
Oh.
Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Ororon was indeed being threatened.
He's not a bad
We've
guy?
got to find him. Fast.
Judging by this
Leaving
campfire
such a
here.
mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch.
Or he's manipulating Citlali and her trust in him to paint himself as a victim of the Fatui. Also a possibility. Shouldn't rule that out. Judging by the looks of this camp here, someone seems to have set up camp here.
If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire.
Ah, there we go. There it is. Yeah. He could be manipulating her. Hard to say.
No. I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
Uh-oh, we weren't supposed to know that. My darling grandson! Judging by this camp here, someone seems to have set up camp here. La da 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 da. Oh, can she break? Wait. I want to hit it. 2 hits? Not super practical, but...
There are traces traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Ororon found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Ororon wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Judging by the distress signal from before, Ororon was being held by the Fatui. So given the differences in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well. I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you.
Brat mentioned.
Let's meet up again later.
Okay.
Ororon, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
Brat mentioned.
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Citlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
So the telepathy doesn't go both ways.
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Citlali noticed anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. Paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Me too. Which knows Brat? Yeah, apparently, was it yesterday? Something was happening with Charlie XCX. Okay, seeing how they explained how the telepathy worked, I get the sense that it's gonna come back. And be important later on.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
Yeah, did anyone watch? I saw an announcement for it, but did Charlie? Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah. Did she do a set on Twitch or something?
Did you find something?
She streamed on Twitch. Ah, cool. I found some traces of phlogiston, but the trail completely ends here.
Huh. So we can't tell where Ororon might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
This is extremely strange. Also...
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
There's a man whispering in my ear. You pass out? What's happening? The Night Kingdom? How did I get here? Wow. Oh my gosh.
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world.
He's tall!
However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the Masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Ororon, the one you've been searching for.
I see. But what does this mean? You look just like your grandmother. He sounds like how do I say this? Maybe I'll hold my thoughts. But what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui.
I knew it!
I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie.
That's
like
what
a
I
false
thought.
omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
I knew it. It's the captain.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Oh my gosh. Face-to-face meeting with the captain.
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her.
It was I who tasked Ororon with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
So you're working together. What do you want?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person.
I see.
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
Yeah, because we know the captain thinks that Malwika is going about this the wrong way.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Okay. I was not expecting to be drawn down into the Night Kingdom, I have to say. No matter what I say. Okay, I wonder what he will say.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
I'm fine. Was my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
Citlali! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine. Just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they had been truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did. But should I trust them? I could just share everything with Paimon and Citlali right now, but that means giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of the Nightwind. I suppose I'll just stay quiet for now and see if I can find out anything else. Ooh, interesting.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Citlali should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Thanks, everyone. I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Even though the situation remains quite urgent, you take a long break with Paimon and Citlali. Ororon's words still echo in your mind. Meanwhile, Citlali continues to keep her eyes on you.
Need to be more careful next time.
Yay.
Feeling better yet, traveler?
Eleanor, thank you for the Prime sub.
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Ororon is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all.
So, about that.
But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Okay. When did the captain say to meet?
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Ororon. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
Uh-huh. Hello, Echo. I'm good. How are you?
All right, we'll take the lead.
Ta. Ta. I wonder how he will act.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Beseech.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
Citlali's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. On my count. 3, 2, 1!
Well, this should be easy.
Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Time to fulfill my duty.
Let's light it up.
Time for a break here.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Be still.
All right.
Wow, 88 damage.
Letting great names echo.
More.
Kamisato up. Suyu.
Everybody stand. Ororon.
Granny.
Granny. Grandma, help. Grandma, help me.
Paimon knows she's called Granny Citlali, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, other Granny.
What?
What did you just call her?
Granny. Is that not right? You are Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you're also a Granny.
He sounds so weird. Also, well, he's kind of not wrong. We are as old as Citlali, probably.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. Not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Is it supposed to be poetry?
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
Uh-huh. Yep, that seems true. The way he talks has definitely changed, but it doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to help keep the secret, and even said it'd be for Citlali's sake. So you treat everyone like they're your uncles and aunties? You treat everyone like they're gramps and grannies?
Exactly.
Wow. He's such a granny's boy.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Ororon? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
He seems like he'd be very active on Discord.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
Dang!
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance. They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because...
They made me, Grandma.
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value? And not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Grandma. Just didn't want you to get hurt, Grandma.
Ugh, forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Ororon, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Should I bring a veggie basket as an apology?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that.
Oh, Citlali, he's
if you
playing
do
you like
come
a fiddle.
face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Get on your knees and grovel.
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
He's got, like, he's playing it off like he has no critical thinking skills. We have a granny who looks like a fourth of her age, and then we have Ororon who looks like a teenager with the mind of like a 12-year-old. I can bring the Archon some vegetables. I think that would help. 2 different eye colors, 2 different personalities. Oh. I'm out of juice. How do you like Xilonen with Ayato? Well, she's not really built. I'm really just have her on my team for movement. And because she's new and shiny, and I'm happy to have her. So I can't really answer that question in good faith yet. You return to the city, and Citlali brings you to the speaker's chamber where you recount everything that has happened to Ororon.
I see. So Ororon came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Ororon was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
You're just feeling a little angsty, that's all.
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Just listening to too much MCR.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Citlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Can I go home? Can I go back to my vegetables?
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Ororon, please report back to the speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Ororon is settled, I'll go talk to Xilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be counting on you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye
I have other stuff to do.
Come with me, Ororon. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, other Granny.
Stop! This new grandson of mine is way too polite. Sly look. That look on his face, he's probably trying to remind me about my promise. He doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I'd never guessed he could have done so much work behind Citlali's back. What does he really want?
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, there's something I need to tell you. No, don't tell her. Have it be just us.
Huh? What is it, Traveler?
12 minutes. Oh.
What?
Alright.
The captain?
Keep your voice down.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you? Oh, that Ororon. What is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
I'm still not completely sure. We still need more information.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together.
Sweet.
We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Hey, I know you said not to tell anyone, but I brought my little fairy companion. I hope that's okay. She's really good at keeping secrets. Yes. Let's wait. What was it? 20? 22? No, 20. Xilonen is so pretty. Yeah, we are attached at the hip. That's true. She's my bestie, okay? She's my day one. We're a package deal. How much of the quest we be playing today? Let's see. It's 5 o'clock. I need to end stream in about 45 minutes because I have dinner plans. So pretty much however much I can get done till then. Or by then. Alright, meeting time. Meantime. Beaners. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get through. I think my pacing has been pretty good so far. Haven't wasted too much time on commentary. Maybe I can cut down my normal 20% time increase to like 30, or normal 30% to like 20% time dish time. Dish quest playthrough time. I know this is a long quest though, so it will probably take me three sessions.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
It's okay, buddy.
What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
Hello.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
Now what's this about?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
Sorry, I just have a habit of skulking around and scaring people. Sorry. People don't get me.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
So what's the purpose of this meeting? Let's get to the point. Where is he?
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
What do you know about my character? It's only I'm only interested in the intel. I don't really care how the Fatui think of me.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back?
Don't underestimate the power of friendship, Capitano.
If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes.
It's reasonable. It's a reasonable doubt.
Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along?
Oh, I see outline.
The details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you.
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan.
Okay. Next slide, please.
Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
That's just your speculation.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
Wait, by seizing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, does he mean that the Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan?
I knew you to be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Oh.
Someone's here.
We have a guest.
Huh? The captain disappeared.
Does one of the Fatui care what happens to people?
Something is rapidly approaching.
I think there's more to the Fatui than we understand.
Something?
Oh!
Bad news, chump. It's your granny.
Oh my gosh!
When did you get here?
Super punch.
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to.
Yeah, I think the Harbingers. It's tough. I think it's not. You can't really like blanket the entire Fatui operation, but I think there's the Fatui just have a different understanding of Tevat and like how things should operate. So it's not necessarily, I don't think it's as simple as good and evil. I think it's a bit more convoluted than that. And like we have Arlecchino who operates under the Fatui Harbingers, but also very deeply cares about the House of the Hearth and her like adopted children. So it's not as simple as Fatui Harbingers bad, everyone else good. You know? It's a different agenda. And we have like Dottore who's just awful, evil, wicked. But then we have Arlecchino. So yeah, anyway.
How dare you go behind our backs like this, Ororon? Colluding with the Fatui? Really?
Dang, you got.
Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I don't know, I think you knocked the wind out of him.
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
What is happening?
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Wait, Citlali! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place to discipline a child.
Listen well, Ororon. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Ororon for me, okay?
Dang, she disrupted our meeting. Our conversation with the captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment. But if Ororon's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him. Look at the smile. Look at his stupid little smile on his face. Bro's devious. Stupid. Well, that was interesting. Okay. Let's proceed.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Ororon. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan? Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Oh my gosh, I hate this version of him. Looks like Ororon has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Stop!
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
It's fine. Well, it's definitely a little awkward.
Indeed. It's like going to visit a friend at his house, only to suddenly hear your friend berating a naughty Saurian.
True.
Well,
that's very awkward.
An oddly specific analogy. Wait, did one of your friends really do that?
Yes. And every time my friends scolded his Saurians, they would look at me the same way you're looking at me now. Helpless and embarrassed.
Gosh, that is so awkward being over at someone's house. And, like, your friend gets in trouble with their parents. And you're just, like, standing in the kitchen trying to pretend. Like, you're eating your dinner trying to pretend like you can't hear these, like, very specific details about your friend's misconduct. And you're just like, thank you, Mrs. Blah, blah, blah. This ravioli's really good. Can I be excused?
Wait, but you're the one getting your head chewed off. Stop making this about us.
Indeed. You've got
Can
a
I go to
point.
bed?
Then please just hang in there for a little while longer. Granny should be done with her scolding session soon.
When I went to Korea, it was with a family. I think I've told parts of the story before, but the family I went with, they fought constantly, and I had no idea that they were like this until I was in a foreign country with them by myself. And it was just like, oh my gosh, it was just like conflict after conflict, screaming matches in the hotel room. Like the mom caused a huge scene in a restaurant because there was this tiny little bug that had like landed on her food, and she like threw such a stink fest. It was so embarrassing. That trip, I want to go back to Korea in a new light, which is funny because I've had 2 opportunities to go to Korea with friends, and both times it has not worked out. But surely I'll get my opportunity.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
He went running.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny.
She's crashing out.
Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me.
I actually feel bad for her, though.
Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
Saurian?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you.
Please take a deep breath.
Ororon, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
There's something off about that voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Ororon! Where have you gone?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Get back here this instant! Ororon! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
Wait, his voice faded away. Oh, why was that so funny? So I've gotta go.
What just happened? How was he able to settle
So I've gotta
so far
go.
away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion.
You drugged us?
He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful?
Can we listen to it on playback? No!
Little...
Oh.
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Someone just like in the studio just like just like turn the decibel down as the
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
the slider just so I've got to go. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Gotta replay the last line too? This one? Gotta go. Oh my gosh, that was great. It was so funny. Oh.
Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Give Ororon's weird smile. I'm begging. I'll send it in Discord.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial.
Maybe, but you could have waited and let us finish our conversation.
Ororon probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Oh, that brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan, otherwise Ororon would have no reason to keep following him. Meeting us again is out of the cards for now, so it might just be faster to approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain has said. And also, I can tell that Ororon's stubbornness has hurt Citlali deeply. Need to find a way to comfort her. What was all that about Ororon's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
I feel bad for her, though. She could have waited to let us finish our meeting, though, TBH. I've got no juice. I've got no juice. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Send me on my way. Boom, boom. Boom, ba-da-da-ba-da, ba, ba-da-da-da-da-da. No! My juice.
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
So I've got to go. I've got to go.
Do you two have some time?
Iconic.
Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
All right, it's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
I just got a video of my dad. My parents are visiting my grandparents right now. I just got a video of my dad and my grandpa dancing together. And they literally, it almost freaks me out because they look like the same person. I'm sure they wouldn't mind me showing this.
The Bobbsey twins.
In the still of the night, I held you tight. In the still of the night. In the still of the night.
I will cherish that video. That's so cute. Shoo-be-doo. Shoo-be. What's to be left to here? Did someone co-op into my world? I don't think I have co-op even open. It's okay. My co-op is always off. It's okay. No, I can cover my own bill.
Really? You're not gonna take her offer?
Who is that? Did anyone see? It must have been off camera.
That's right. Citlali has gotten a lot quieter since Ororon ran away. She seems to be having a hard time. She's right. We're seasoned adventurers, so we're more than capable of paying our own bill.
Dude, I said I would deliver some water from Natlan when I was done. Okay? We've got a crisis going on.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some more.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us. Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Citlali.
Oh, brother.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Literally standing in front of me. There's no way I have co-op open. Hi, can we fight the horse boss together? I need it for an achievement. No, get out. That might have just been a random co-op. It reset!
Then let's go.
Really? That's right. She's right.
Hey, come on.
Sure.
That was just a random co-op where I felt kind of bad, but you know, Nuvi, an old hag behind you, a grandma behind you. That was definitely a random person. Oh shoot, they were being nice too. Oops. I was having a main character moment. Sorry. I can't even message him anymore. Bye, Nuvalette. No hard feelings. Did I really have co-op open to everyone? That's so weird. I never have that available. Oopsie. Sorry, random person. I'm crying that was me. I didn't think you were the actual dish. Oh my gosh, no way. Wait, so did you just like find me in a, was I just in your random list? Wait. I'm sorry I rejected you so harshly. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Here, wanna give sub? An apology. That was truly so confusing. Nuvalette visits Natlan. I hope you find someone to fight that boss with you. Welcome, first time chatter. Jute.
What are you looking at?
Most of the time when people join my world, it's to troll me or to get like attention on my stream. So I have grown quite callous to it.
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
She's drunk. He's drunk.
But Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be?
She's got the flush too.
I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss.
She's had a hard day.
Do you think she's drunk?
I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
There you go, miss. Oh my. It's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends.
She's actually
Not to mention
sloshed.
ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Citlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny.
Oh.
She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Rip Citlali, you would have loved coffee.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Chonka.
Please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Well then, you have my thanks.
Granny Citlali? You wear glasses. I've never been that drunk. The most... I really hate how it feels. Anything beyond like 2 drinks. I hate anytime, like if you close your eyes and your head is spinning, I absolutely despise that sensation. So 2 drinks is like my cap. Start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problems in her head. And that's a picture. Thank you.
Citlali? Citlali?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Itzley, don't ya?
Are you still with us, Citlali? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me.
Oh no, the drunk monologue.
You know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans.
She's real for that.
I mean, come on. Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Granny Citlali, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know.
You tell him.
Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid! Yeah, you!
Me? Is it even Paimon pointing? No, she's not. Wait. Me, Citlali?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him. That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
All right, let's get you to bed. Yeah, good night.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself.
Huh?
Behind the smoke. The lingering smoke.
Well, she's speaking with perfect clarity now.
She's meditating again.
Oh.
She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh? Traveler? Paimon?
What's wrong?
No, she's lucid.
I'm gonna hurl.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Phew.
Oh, I hate it.
Okay, it's passed.
Throwing up nausea from alcohol.
Close one.
Not worth it.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up. Not once.
We didn't ask about before.
Are you feeling okay? Want to take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
Well, you see, we're kind of past that. If you remember your drunk monologue at all.
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all. Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm
Do you know no shame?
I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it. Surely you know the feeling too?
Actually, about that.
We should just tell her.
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Is the audio really sibilant? It is. Yes. I've heard some people saying it's related to the strike. I don't really understand the connection because this is certainly not the first time this has happened. Ayaka always has this issue. Candace always has this issue. It's hard to say where the sibilance issue occurs or where it how it happens. Listen carefully. Try not to get too upset. Yeah. Citlali shares some of her sense with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear her thoughts.
So, you heard my...
It's okay, Citlali. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much.
That is too much.
It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing.
Yeah. Totally. I've had an experience like that.
So that,
Me when I'm on my floor in my pajamas.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
Excellent delivery. Are you okay? You look dejected.
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
You should follow her just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Me when someone delivers cabbages, but I was having my floor time. I was having my roll on the floor time. Where's the waypoint? I need the stuff. I need the juice. Thank you. Floor time interrupted. Devastating.
Well, great view, right?
I'll end after this bit.
I love coming here by myself.
Pretty.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry.
Peter.
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long. It might as well be true.
But you're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Citlali is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you.
Yeah.
What about you? Are you scared of me?
Yeah. You get to a point and people start throwing stones. You get too high, people start throwing stones at you.
We don't find you scary at all.
Huh. That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me.
Interesting.
Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
We believe you. Xilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Ororon didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes, but Ororon's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Ororon and me.
Okay, backstory.
You deserve to learn the full truth. Ororon's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete.
Oh.
The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune. No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls. And in Ororon's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Ororon into a vessel for lost souls.
Interesting.
The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Ororon would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Oh, interesting.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom, wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Ororon, would be sacrificed in the process.
Dang.
I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either.
Oh.
So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Ororon escaped with his life.
Oh my gosh, they went through with it.
Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Ororon would probably be dead.
I see.
Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right.
It's intense.
So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Ororon would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived, and he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
So maybe he wants to do it now.
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Ororon has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become.
This reminds me of The Last of Us.
Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Ororon into this. Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back.
Yeah, that should be our next step.
You don't look so good, Citlali. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good.
I don't like that we're staying so close to the ledge, though.
Okay. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard.
Don't worry, you don't have to do any of this alone.
You've helped me so much
I'm fine.
already. How do I even begin to thank you?
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning.
Good night. Hope you throw up before you go to bed, though.
Friends. I like the sound of that.
Cute.
Ororon's probably
The
back
power
with the
of
guests,
friendship.
don't you think?
It strengthens Yeah, we should tell the Pyro Archon what we learned.
About the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us?
She needs to know regardless. We should just be upfront with her.
Yeah, you're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning. For now, let's... go to bed.
It was a long day. Yippee! Quest completed. Okay, yeah, still in Act 3. Okay, well that's a good place to stop for today. Interesting. I can see how something like that... Oh my gosh. A complicit. Not a opposition to something, but not a approval of something would weigh heavily responsibility-wise on Citlali.
Bring it.
I enjoyed that. That was really interesting. I'm trying to figure out what the backup plan would be. I wonder if it's similar to what they tried with Ororon, but with the Archon instead. I guess we'll find out. Well, I'll find out. You guys, if you're here, you probably already know. Okay, thank you for watching part 1 of the 5.1 Archon quest. Part 1 of Act 3. Can't wait for you to get to Act 4. Actually, how far would you say I am in Act 1? Or Act 3? Halfway through? More or less? I've heard only good things about Act 4. 1 more hour? 1.5 hours? Okay. Alright. Well, hopefully we can do that and then part of Act 4 next time, and then probably finish it. It'll probably take me 3 full days to finish it. Okay, great. Tomorrow is Saturday. I will let you know. I think it would be nice to do the next act and then some more Infinity Nikki.
My potted plant on the porch has died again. I was watering it every day. Ugh, don't tell me I overdid it this time.
Yeah, I think I want... Yeah, I think that is a good plan. Next part of the Archon quest tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe same time as when I started today. And then Infinity Nikki. Oh, we're dropping frames. Well, hey, that's good timing. At least we're ending. I'd rather it happen now than at the end. Great, 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 great. Oh, hey, let's raid Ant. He's freaking watering away, so I know. I think. Totally normal, modded, vanilla Minecraft with 6.
How many forging commissions do I
he's
still
playing
have to finish?
Minecraft.
1, 2...
That's so fun. Okay.
Not so many as I thought. I'll get to them tomorrow.
Goodbye, buffering. Goodbye, chat. I'll see you... 90% sure I'll see you tomorrow. Say hi to Ant, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Bye. At like 20 frames a second.